how long now?
Oh, I mean,
Ages.
Well, yeah, calm down.
Vroeg in de ochtend in de barre vrieskou, hartje winter in Amsterdam. Maar voordat we zwelgen in zelfmedelijden, bedenk dan eens het lot van Jean Valjean. 19 jaar gevangenisstraf voor het stelen van een brood. Dat is pas Misérables. Les Misérables, The Arena Spectacular, doet Amsterdam aan.
Zelf ook die foto's willen gebruiken, dat kunnen jullie beter zelf aan vragen.
Ja, als je met mij komt, wat hard straks.
Oh, ja, oké. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, as many people on stage making it look like a rehearsal is great.
Milan, dit is natuurlijk niet je eerste arena optreden. Vertel, hoe is je ervaring?
Het is al een tijdje geleden alweer ook weer. Ik ben in Milaan en in Kopenhagen ben ik ingesprongen. En dat was vorig jaar geweest, in december geloof ik. Dus het is alweer een tijdje dat we de laatste keer dat ik dit gedaan heb. Maar ik ben wel heel blij dat we nu eindelijk in Amsterdam zijn en in Nederland om het hier te doen. Want dit zou eigenlijk mijn première zijn vanavond. Ja. Dus ik heb lang op gewacht. Maar ja, ik kijk er ontzettend naar uit om het iedereen hier te laten zien. En dat Nederland hem een beetje beter leert kennen ook. Dus het wordt tijd.
First of all, my pal from Bullhead City, Arizona. What's the D for in James D. Gish?
I'd like to say that my name was like Jack Daniels or something cool. No, it's Douglas, and I was named after my uncle.
When did you arrive here in Amsterdam?
Oh, we got in yesterday. It's a beautiful place. We haven't actually gotten to see much of it yet. To be honest, last night we went and we saw one of our previous cast members who opened the tour. She was our Fontaine, Shenna Hewitt. We saw her starring in a show. What was the name of the theater? Josephine, yes, Josephine Baker, and it was fantastic. So that's what we did last night.
I think musicals are often really moving and they're really uplifting. So it's really nice to be part of a big musical like this.
Yeah, and the part of Monsieur Thénardier. What do you think of that one?
It's fun playing Thénardier because the show is quite heavy and then the Thénardiers come on and they try and make people laugh. And you need a laugh in this show.
Bradley, Milan did the Arena Spectacular before.
Yes.
Were you there as well?
I was very lucky enough to be there and have him join us. He saved the day and he was beyond expectations. I mean, I've seen his work before when we did it in London before, but for him just to step up and into this new beast, which is the Arena Tour, he was phenomenal, and I can't wait for the audience to see him this evening.
But spill the beans. How is Milan backstage? Nervous?
No, he's an absolute pro. You know, I'm quite relaxed anyway, but it was nice to have someone with the same energy as myself and just relaxed. And he knows his stuff so well, and he knows the piece incredibly well, and that's what you want. You want it leading from the front, and you know we have a leading man like Milan. It's unbelievable.
How many months have you been doing this Arena Spectacular?
You know, we were talking about that yesterday. I think performance-wise, I think we got to like 5 months recently, but we've now all been working together for about 6, including rehearsals.
100 shows quite recently.
Yeah, I think we've done like 115 at this point is what we're at now.
Already met the man with the hammer?
The man
If you know what that means in
No,
Dutch.
I don't. I'm such a tourist. Who is this man? Why is he holding his
The
hammer?
wall of exhaustion, boredom.
We definitely can't get bored doing this show because we move around so much. We get to see so many amazing places, and we have new cast members coming in and out all the time. So I don't know about James D. Gish, but I don't get bored. Do you get bored?
No, I don't. Honestly, there's just something so exhilarating about being in an arena, and you know we're theater actors, so we're not used to this type of setting. So frankly, it just still feels so exciting and new, and it's hard to get bored when you've got that 25-piece orchestra right behind you. It's like you can feel the sound thrumming through the stage floor beneath you, and it's like nothing else.
This is an Arena Spectacular. That's a first compared to Taboo, I think. What do you think of those enormous proportions of the production?
Well, I think Les Misérables in concert is quite suited to arenas because it's an epic story that can fill a big space. But also, because we have cameras and screens, wherever you're sitting, it feels like you're in the 5th row.
Does it require for you a different kind of acting?
Ironically, even though we're in a large space, because of the cameras and because lots of people are looking at the screens, I think it requires a slightly smaller, more televisual, filmic performance.
You have been playing Javert for how long now?
Oh, I mean,
Ages.
Well, yeah, calm down. No, I first got the role when I was 29. I'm now 37.
Of course, Javert is a great character, but have you never been dreaming of playing Jean Valjean?
Well,
did?
I actually have played Jean Valjean. I've played it when I was 25 years old. I played 6 shows when I was playing Enjolras. It was
The Cameron Mackintosh production?
yeah, at the which was the Gilgud at the time. Yeah, I played it.
You're one of those few actors that played both
Yes,
roles.
my first show actually, I finished the first half as Enjolras, and I started the second half as Jean Valjean.
Jack, I read your biography. You started out as Joseph, and then you went on to playing the part of Pippin, and now Marius. That's a great start for a debutante.
I know, I was very lucky. I was very fortunate to have that job straight away. It was
How did you manage to work that out?
to get the job.
Yes.
Well, I was at college, and then the producer of the show came to see the show that I did, which was Newsies, at college, and
Newsies.
yeah,
Disney's Newsies. Yes.
exactly. Yeah, and he wanted to produce that, but instead of producing Newsies, he was already doing Joseph. So he asked me if I wanted to audition, and I did, and I was lucky enough to get it.
And you thought, why not?
Yeah, well, I was like 19, and I was like, I've got nothing to lose. I probably won't get it. They'll probably give it to, I don't know, Justin Bieber or someone.
Yes.
But I got the job, and it was very unexpected and amazing.
But when you start acting, you should begin as the third tree on the left.
Well, I did that when I was like 15. I did actually play a tree.
So
I played a tree. I did all kinds of stuff growing up. So I felt like I had a good preparation to play Joseph.
When you began as Joseph, you were already a seasoned actor.
100%. I knew exactly what I was doing.
I've been dying to talk to you because, don't be afraid, decades ago I saw you in New York
Oh my goodness.
in Carrie the musical.
Yes, just a few years ago.
We were teenagers then.
We were. I was a little baby. I was 17. It was my Broadway debut. It was part of the Royal Shakespeare Company, and it was my first job. And I went to New York, and it's been the talking point ever since of musical theatre. You know, it's become a bit of a musical theatre history because it was a brief spell on Broadway, to say the least.
Yes.
And slightly terrifying, to be honest.
Yes.
I mean, as a youngster, I didn't know much about the business, and I certainly didn't expect it to be quite so cruel.
Stephen King's horror movie has been turned into a horror of a Broadway musical. The only thing terrifying about Carrie is that there's a second act.
I felt so sorry for you because people were so harsh, especially television reviewers.
Yes.
How did you feel at 18,
Well-
being criticized that much?
Yeah, well, it was funny really because I don't think I was personally criticised. I think the show was criticised, and I think what was quite clear and what has over the years been talked about was the fact that the mother-daughter scenes with myself and Betty Buckley were almost like a different show. It was almost like two shows
Yes.
in one.
It was the
much.
novel and an episode of Fame.
Correct. And fortunately, we were in the novel.
You were in the good part.
So it's hard because for a lot of years afterwards, I wanted to be proud of the work that I'd actually done on the show, and I wasn't really allowed to. And it's only been more in recent years where people have started to celebrate, and it's become a bit of a cult, that they kind of go, actually, the work that we did was wonderful. So.
I cherish the memory. James Douglas, you have a very interesting past for me, being born in Bullhead City. I have been there.
That's right, which
Yes.
is insane. What are the odds? I think you mentioned that to me last time. How did you come through Bullhead? I know this is supposed to be my interview, but I need to know.
It's my favorite vacation destination, Arizona. Bullhead City, Peoria, Tempe, Mesa. Gila.
Yeah, I'm impressed. People come for the lizards, the
And
tumbleweeds.
I'm trying to project Enjolras in that desert landscape. I can't imagine that. How did it start? Your all between those cacti. When did your interest in theater start?
Well, I was really bad at sports, and after trying like 16 of them, I said, "How about something else?" And it was funny. I was singing to the radio one day, and a buddy of mine heard me singing, and he was like, "Dude, you should do choir with me." And I was like, "Absolutely not." And my mom found out, and she was like, "You're going to do choir," and I fell in love with it, and I started doing musicals, and here I am.
But when I'm in your neighborhood, I'm surrounded with sand.
You are indeed surrounded with sand and fantastic theatrical performers. We spring up from behind the rocks and we start doing show tunes at dusk every night.
But it didn't discourage you to go on in acting.
You know, if I'm honest, I'm doing Les Mis again, and I was very fortunate that Cameron McIntosh saw Carrie, and he offered me the part of Eponine. So my first West End job at 18 was playing Eponine in London. So he kind of saved me from. I could have gone, do I want to do this or not? And actually he went, no, you must, it's not your fault, and you have a talent and you must carry on. So it was thanks to Cameron really that that my career took off.
And decades later, you're back in Les Mis again.
Yeah, yes, and I'm not playing Eponine this time.
But Jac, I also love you, of course.
Thank you, sir. I didn't come from Bullhead. I came from Wales, and people sing all the time in Wales, so I'm not a one of a kind there. But yeah.
But after Joseph, Pippin and Marius, what's in store for you after this?
Oh my God, I have no idea. I think I'll stick.
And your dream?
My dream?
You're too old for Evan Hansen.
My dream is I don't want to play Evan Hansen. It's too depressing after this show. I want to live on the beach and have a golden retriever. That's my dream. That's the goal. But yeah, no, I've been very lucky. I've done some amazing things. And Marius is great. I'm going to stick with him for a while, I think, and then see what happens next. Who knows?
With your Valjean expertise, how do you rate Milan's Jean Valjean?
Oh my goodness, I think he's absolutely incredible. I think, with no offence, I think for his age, to have such gravitas and warmth and depth to a character is very, very rare. And I think he's an exquisite talent, and I think we're very, very lucky to be behind him and watch his story. Yeah.
Yes. He's a phenomenon. He's already written his biography.
Oh, I know. He didn't put me in it though, did he? So
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I've read it, haven't I? That's why.
Final question: when can we expect your autobiography?
It won't be there because it'll be a picture book.
Thank you, Lindsay. I'm so happy to tell you how I loved your performance in Carrie after all those years.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, and as a youngster, it was certainly a baptism of fire to start my career like that. But I think sometimes. It wakes you up to the business very quickly, and I think I learnt such a lot in such a short space of time that I think after that I could handle anything really.
Yes, there you are in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I know. I'm so excited, and I've got my parents and my daughter here watching as well. So it's a real family trip. It's lovely.
And that one Dutch fan from decades ago. Thank you. Have a great performance tonight. I'll be there.
Yay.
Bye bye. Thank you guys. I'll see you tonight.
Oh yes, we're back.